Good evening. It's very good to have you with us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at exactly 10:30 p.m. local time. First, the top stars. Eritrea participates at Cairo Book Fair. Voluntary blood donation in the central region. Protests erupt in Berlin against government decision to send tanks to Ukraine. India plane crash, 2 fighter jets collide in mid-air. Eritrea, through the Eritrean embassy in Egypt, participated at the 54th Cairo Book Fair. The book fair that was staged at the International Exhibition Center was officially opened by Mr. Mustafa Maduboli, Prime Minister of Egypt, and Dr. Nevin Al-Kilani, Minister of the Culture. Eritrea displayed books depicting the history, geographical location, natural resource, and tourism attraction of Eritrea, as well as the culture and diversity of the Eritrean people. At the book fair, Mr. Fasil Gebrselassie, Eritrean ambassador to Egypt, gave briefing to the senior officials that visited Eritrean pavilion. Employees of several institutions in the central region voluntarily donated 330 units of blood from 23 to 28 January. According to Mr. Mahari Abraham, head of the National Blood Transfusion Service, the voluntary blood donors were from the Office of the Chief of Staff of Ministry of Defense, Custom Office, Badima Construction and Development Company, National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, branch in Arbaat Asmara, Sembel Sub-Zone Administration, Sabur Printing Press, and ERi-TV, indicating that enriching the blood transfusion service is the responsibility of every citizen. Mr. Mahari commended the effort the Ministry of Health is exerting to develop human resource and equipment of the center. Assistant Nurse Fissahaye Ato Burhan from the National Blood Transfusion Service on his part called for increased contribution of the public with a view to enrich blood supply of the center. The participants on their part expressed satisfaction for voluntarily donating their blood with a view to save lives with their renewable blood. The National Association of Intellectual and Developmental Disability branch in the Northern Red Sea region organized a seminar in Cairo subzone aimed at developing the understanding of the public on intellectual and developmental disability. Speaking at the seminar, Dr. Fissahaye Abraham, staff member of the Masawa Hospital, said that with proper care and follow-up, citizens with intellectual and developmental disabilities could develop and lead their lives as any member of the society, and that the seminar will have significant contribution to that effect. Mr. Said Suleiman, head of public relations at the Cairo subzone, on his part, said that the program will have considerable input in identifying and providing proper care to children with intellectual and developmental disability. The participants on their part indicating the importance of the seminar in developing their understanding on this disability expressed readiness to apply the knowledge they received in the proper care of their children. You are watching ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. Demonstrators who took to the streets on Friday opposed the escalation of regional conflicts and called for a halt to equipping Ukraine with lethal arms. Chanting slogans such as "Stop escalating the conflict," "Stop delivering weapons," and "Withdraw from NATO," the protesters declared their opposition to the continuous military assistance of Germany and other NATO members and demanded a peaceful resolution of the conflict through diplomatic channels. The development came after the German government decided on Wednesday to provide 14 of its Leopard 2 tanks to the Ukrainian government and gave the green light to other European countries as well. Other allies, including Scandinavia, intend to go along with Germany in supplying their Leopard tanks to Kyiv. Spiegel magazine reported German Chancellor Olaf Scholz had allegedly opposed such military aid, but the German government finally changed its mind under increasing American pressure. Two Indian Air Force fighter aircraft collided mid-air, killing one pilot, a government statement said. An inquiry has been ordered into the incident that took place Saturday near a city of Gwalior, the Air Force said in the statement. Adding that the aircraft were on routine training mission, reported added that one of the three pilots involved sustained fatal injuries. The incident involved a Russian-made Sukhoi 30 and a French-made Mirage 2000. An official with knowledge of the matter added asking not to be identified because the details were not public. India has a history of fatal military crashes owing to its aging fleet. The Chief of Defense Staff General Bipin Rawat was killed in late 2021 when the Russian-made helicopter he was traveling in crashed in southern India. In 2016, in one of the worst ever air accidents, a Russian-made medium-lift transporter flying to Andaman Nicobar Island from Chennai crashed into the Bay of Bengal, killing all 29 persons on board. And now we have a quick review of the top stars. Eritrea participates at Cairo Book Fair. Voluntary blood donation in the central region. Protests erupt in Berlin against government decision to send tanks to Ukraine. India plane crash, two fighter jet collide in mid-air. It was me, Salim Berhana, with the news for tonight. Thank you for being with us.